anxious, or fearful. Welcome to today's quick grounding meditation. Whenever you feel overloaded, anxious, or fearful, take some time to play this meditation, which will help you to recharge and decompress. Let's begin by sitting in a comfortable position and taking a few deep breaths to relax your body. First, nice deep breath in, holding it at the top of the breath for a moment, and then release. Another nice long deep breath, breathing in that nice oxygen, and exhale. One more nice deep breath from your belly, and another nice, slow, long exhale. Feel your body starting to relax. The stillness and the ease as the tension begins to melt away. There's nothing for you to do and nothing to be. Just breathe and relax. When thoughts come, let them drift by like clouds in the sky. Do not attach to them. Focus on slowly inhaling and then slowly exhaling. Feel the stress leaving your body as you connect to a sense of serenity. And now, in this tranquil inner space, visualize a large tree with a wide, strong trunk that extends down the center of your body from head to toe. Take a few moments to feel its power and vibrant energy. And now visualize the tree's roots growing from the bottom of your feet and rooting down into the ground, making their way deeper and deeper, creating a comforting sense of strength and power. Rooting yourself in this way provides an inner strength that will keep you centered and protected when life gets overwhelming. Sit now for a few more moments in this feeling of strength and power. And now gently and slowly taking another nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel this sensation of grounding, bringing it with its strength and power to your outer world, knowing that you can use this visualization to anchor yourself whenever you get thrown off balance. Thanks for joining me today for this meditation. Namaste.
Enjoy. Whatever it is in your life that needs to be enjoyed, enjoy. That was such a wonderful meditation. I almost didn't know that I needed it as much as I needed it. So I give thanks. So before we go, I'm going to read an excerpt from this book I have called TheLost Books of the Bible. I am starting on page 33, and it is chapter 8, verse 1. Joseph seeks a Hebrew midwife, perceives the fowls stopping in their flight, the working people at their food not moving, the sheep standing still, the shepherd fixed and immovable, and kids with their mouths touching the water but not drinking. And leaving her and his sons in the cave, Joseph went forth to seek a Hebrew midwife in the village of Bethlehem. But as I was going, said Joseph, I looked up in the air and I saw the clouds astonished and the fowls of the air stopping in the midst of their flight. And I looked down towards the earth and saw a table spread and working people sitting around it, but their hands were upon the table and they did not move to eat. They who had meat in their mouths did not eat. They who lifted their hands up to their heads did not draw them back. And they who lifted them up to their mouths did not put anything in it, but all their faces were fixed upwards. And I beheld the sheep dispersed, and yet the sheep stood still. And the shepherd lifted up his hand to smite them, and his hand continued up. And I looked into the river and saw the kids with their mouths close to the water and not touching it, but they did not drink. Chapter 9. Joseph finds a midwife. A bright cloud overshadows the cave. A great light in the cave gradually increases until the infant is born. The midwife goes out and tells Salam that she has seen a virgin bring forth. Salam doubts it. Her hand withers. She supplicates the Lord. Is cured but warned not to declare what she has seen. And then I beheld a woman coming down from the mountains, and she said to me, Where art thou going, O man? And I said to her, I go to inquire for a Hebrew midwife. She replied to me, Where is the woman that is to be delivered? Then I answered, In the cave, and she is betrothed to me. Then said the midwife, Is she not thy wife? Joseph answered, It is Mary, who is educated in the Holy of Holies, in the house of the Lord, and she fell to my lot and is not my wife, but has conceived by the Holy Ghost. The midwife said, Is this true? He answered, Come and see. And the midwife went along with him and stood in the cave. That's a very interesting excerpt to me. The angle that the book gives is a much more one-on-one telltale. Not saying that it's not real by calling it a telltale. I'm saying that as far as the way the story is told from this angle in this book is way different from any book that I've ever read. So I'm appreciative. I'm deeply appreciative of that excerpt. There has been a rebirth. The Christ has been born. everyone knows that the consciousness is to be raised. Those that choose to stay behind will stay behind. Those that choose to elevate will elevate. But your soul's karmic blueprint will have to be served out one way or the other. Regardless of whether you want to do it or not, you're here to do it. And it's important to stay mindful and be mindful of that aspect of life. There is no shortcuts. The only way out is through. So, I'm going to do an oracle card. This is from my Mystical Wisdom deck. And this is just going to set the tone for the rest of the day or until I feel called to pull another card. So, I'm going to pull the first for the top. And if there's any confusion, we'll do a clarifier at the bottom. So today, we got Angel of Miracles. Open your heart and expect a miracle. Someone's going to be getting a miracle. And we want to know what department it's in. I can hear the thoughts. So we're going to do here, we have Angel of Miracles. And then I'm going to pull from the bottom as a clarifier. Spirit, please give us a clarifier and let us know what department we will be experiencing miracles in. Seven deadly sins. Humanity's destructive past. So it seems here the collective will be experiencing a miracle, because that's what we need to save the collective. That's what we need to save Earth. We need a miracle. We have gone so far left based on what the blueprint of humanity is as a whole, as a collective, that it is really going to take a miracle for things to come together. And I finally woke up. Even my own self and everything that I knew and all of the things that I kept remembering, it still took me a while to come back into myself. And even after I came back into myself, the process of like putting things in order is still a long process. And when you don't have a job, people are looking at you like, well, what are you doing every day? Why do you need money? Why do you need help? You don't look like you need help. And it's like, I am trying to survive here and integrate the memory of my past life and also what I've learned currently, and also bring everything together so that they can coincide and I can move forward and make sure I don't repeat this lesson and stay intact in my journey at the same time. That's a lot. That's why community is important, and they keep us separate a lot of times. So it's hard to find people that you will connect with. But I think on this iteration of life, it's so important to take the time to be isolated and sit with oneself, because the things that you learn and the things that you can hear clearer, it's priceless. When you're around other people, there's a chatter that doesn't make sense. And when other people start inflicting their demons out loud, it affects your soul's journey and your soul's blueprint. A lot of people end up heartbroken from intermixing and intertwining with other souls they have no business like warring with in the physical. And then it changes their soul's blueprint. So that's why it's important that you protect your energy, keep your wards high and your boundaries strong. So I say all that to say thank you for tuning in with me. Thank you all so much for being patient with me. I did have to take a little break, and I will address that. I was in training. I'm not perfect, and I don't expect you to be either. But what I do expect from you is every time you come to me, learn something. Elevate yourself so we can elevate the planet, elevate the collective, and be one. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. Namaste. Go in peace.